Hey guys, welcome to one of the final videos that we're going to be making. Today I wanted to talk to you about caissons. Caissons are also a type A repair. They're also what I would probably say is the best possible repair you could put on a house as long as they're done the right way. What a caisson is, I'm going to do an overhead view of a house here, kind of like a floor plan, and then I'm going to do a side view. Right, and caissons. So on the overhead view, you would take, let's say this section of the home is settling down, right? It's going down. So this is all going down, and especially very commonly when there's like a hillside here, right? There's some slope creep or something affecting it. So what they do is they'll engineer spacing between caissons, and these circles can be, I don't know, I've seen them as small as 10 inches if it's going to be like a mini pile, and I've seen them upwards of like 5 feet if they're going to be this big massive repair. And so what they do is they excavate next to the house, right, and they'll drill these big wells down to the bottom. Now sometimes they'll bevel it, sometimes they won't, but they'll drill these big wells down on the side of the house, and generally they'll penetrate past the slip plane. Penetrate past the slip plane of the home. Slip plane. Right? And they'll go into competent strata, usually a minimum of 3 to 5 feet. Minimum. After they drill these, they drop these rebar cages in, and then they fill the whole thing up. Sorry. You would. And then they fill the whole thing up with concrete. And it sort of ties into everything surrounding. So after they've put these caissons in, they'll come back, and through the entire section that they had caissons, they'll pour more concrete. And they usually have like rebar tying it into the original footing. So you can see this is big, massive operation. Right? You're talking about drill rigs and cranes to drop these cages in, and concrete pump trucks, and we're talking about excavating everything on one side of the home and through landscape and through all this stuff, and you have concrete cure times and all of these delays and all of these inspections and all of this craziness that goes into caissons. But that's because it's the best possible repair. The only real pitfall that I see to using a big repair like this is that it's also the most expensive repair, obviously. When I tell people that I can recommend $500,000 worth of work into any home I go to, that's why, right? You could argue that unless you do something like this on all homes that are on hillsides or have potential failures, then you don't have the best design of a foundation repair, right? So you could always recommend something like this, and it could pretty much always work. The only real other risk to this type of repair, and I've seen this a couple times in the Orange County area, funny enough, most of the time that's where I see it. The other type of failure you'll see is when somebody comes in and they do a soil sample. Say that's everything, and this is my house. So they do a soil sample, and they determine that somewhere around, 18 feet, you have strong soil, right? And in order to save costs or to avoid sticker shock or for whatever reason that they might do it, the contractor will come in and they'll sink a caisson, and they'll only go down 15 feet. which means there's 3 feet of weak soil still, and it's not embedded at all into competent strata. So remember that conversation during the grave beam video we were talking about. You've got soil that's already bad, and then you're adding literally a ton of weight on top of it. What do you think is going to happen? So I saw a home in La Habra. It had 4 inches of settlement. This is literally exactly what happened. It was 18 feet of bad soil. Contractor came in and sank caissons at 15 feet, and 5 months later the house was down in the same section 17 inches. It just, all the weight just pulls and it acts like an anchor and just rips the house downhill. It's terrible. So this is why getting good soils information from a geotech, right, is so important. That's why a structural is so important. And oftentimes you can deal with civils. Do the soils testing. Don't skimp out on it. I know it's expensive, but it gives you the best possible information you need in order to design properly your repair and in order to make sure you only handle this stuff one time. Make sure this project doesn't turn into a nightmare for you. So that's it. That's Caissons, best possible type A repair. And yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, please drop them below or message me directly. Like, share, subscribe, so on and so forth with the vid. Thank you guys very much. Hope you're enjoying this time. Hopefully after this video, I'm going to get some interviews done with different contractors and engineers in the industry. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people that I've worked with, and you know, on to more exciting engineering-y type stuff instead of just household stuff. Thanks again, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.